Hey everybody, how's it going? Thanks for tuning into my channel, Live More Outdoors. I got two things I'm going to cover today. I got a quick unboxing I'm going to do. Got the first thing I ever ordered from Hoosier Trapper Supply. So I needed a couple more traps, and so I got some from them. And then we're going to do a quick recap, and then I'm going to show some updates on the preformed wire screen covers. So let's get into the unboxing first, and then we'll check out the other stuff. Alright, so it didn't take very long for this to come. Just a few days. I ordered it on Sunday. It's Thursday, so just a few days. Like I said, it's just a small order. Got a thank you. That's cool. Got their catalog. Hoosier Trapper Supply. They got a good channel. They do a lot of good videos as well. And first thing is, had a couple people recommend that I try out this Hoosier Trapper Supply Top Dog Predator Bait. So ordered a 16-ounce jar of that. Gonna give her a little whiff here, see what she smells like. Different. Definitely smells different than any bait I've ever had. So be interested in trying that out. If it works great, I'll order more. And got a couple more. If you watch my live feed, you probably knew these were coming already. My brother set me up with one setup of this already, but it looked really cool, so I ordered a couple more of these. These are actually Duke. They are 160s, and I never really knew this, so my brother showed me and explained it to me. We're allowed to use these in a cubby set, a preformed cubby set, but they can only be, I think, 6.5 inches wide at maximum. So these are, I think, 6 inches, I believe. 160 is about all we can go. So I got a couple more of these, and my brother already hooked me up with one, but he also gave me a piece of this plastic sleeve. This is just a plastic or a PVC sleeve that fits over, this would fit over an 8x8, like a decorative sleeve, and he gets a bunch of chunks left over. So I already cut a slot where the springs would slide into here, and I put a 7-inch mark here where I have to stop it at 7 inches. I could go deeper, but it has to be at least 7 inches from the face of it. There's my face. It's 7 inches back. When I first did this and I set the trap off though, and when I stopped my notch right here, the trap made a real violent lunge to the back. It was just, I don't know, it just didn't seem really crisp. So I don't know if I'm doing this right or not. It just seemed like I notched it out this way, so that when the spring opened, it could open in both directions. It seemed like it had a really crisp snap to it then. The other way seemed like it was just like a jump and a thud. And I don't know, it just seemed more powerful with this extra notch. It seemed like a lot of the power was taken out of the spring, pushing the trap in one direction. So I might be wrong in what I was doing there, but who knows? We'll see what happens. I've never done this before, so this will be something new. I'm going to build a couple more of these boxes as well. And we also have to set these in an established waterway. They don't have to be underwater, but it has to be somewhere where water would run through. So that's the only thing they specify in the law. And I'll be able to put a stake. I'll put a wooden stake on this back part here and screw it. We also have to stake them down so they can't be ruled over or anything like that. So we'll see how these work out. So that's what I got from Hoosier Trapper Supply. Came pretty quickly, not a whole lot of stuff, but now let's move on to the wire screen covers. First of all, if you watched the first video on this and you're considering making these, do some, before you stamp out a big pile of them, do some playing around. You might like my first way I did it. The first way I did it, it turns out when I stuck it in the trap, it looked really nice, it looked cool, and it laid flat and everything. But when I went to bedding these down, I had some issues, and I'll show you that. I'm gonna go bed a trap down here in a minute. So I had some issues with my first with my first go around. Like I said, looked cool out of the dirt, was difficult in the dirt. I'm going to just store these in just little ice cream pails. I got literally probably 100 of them in here right now. These are the number 2, the actual bigger ones, and I could fit more in here. They're nice and compact once you get them cut and stacked up, so transporting is not going to be an issue. And I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket. I'm still going to have some underalls, and I'm still going to have some wax paper on hand. I'm going to try a little bit of everything as far as this goes. So let's take a minute. I'm going to go show you how I figured out how I'm going to bed my traps with these things. Okay, so here I am. I got a trap bed dug in my yard, and I got my camera about as close as I can. Hopefully I can get this all in here. First I'm going to show you the issue I was having with my first prototype, whatever you want to call it. When I first made it, I stuck it in here. I'd set my night latch, bam, and then I put my loose jaw down. It would pull that down. Everything was hunky-dory, and it looked really nice and cool, and it was. Until I started bedding it, and what was happening to me anyways, the time I tried to bed it, it was flexing that and twisting it. Anytime with these loose ends sticking out here, I was having serious issues. So I was getting frustrated, and basically would make a spring effect, and it was almost like having your trap not bedded. It was just bouncing all over the place here. So long story short, I took them from double thickness, I went back to single thickness, and the part that went underneath the loose jaw, I cut that off so it would not be underneath the loose jaw. It sounds a little counterintuitive to what I want to do here, but you'll see what's going to happen here in a minute. I went single thickness. I'm going to repop my pan back up here though. This is the way I would normally set a trap even with an underall. I would have my pan still raised up, not night latched. So with these, I'd still tuck this up under here. And right here you want to bend these little tabs around this jaw just a little bit. This is slightly easier to do if you're not trying to do it on camera. Just put a little kink in that, it'll help hold that in place. So you can see that that is going to want to stay up in the air. But when you go to single thickness, and you'll see when I bed this trap and put dirt on it, the weight of that dirt will just smash that right down on the pan. It worked out pretty well, really. And I'll get double the amount of pan covers. So now with those bent around there a little bit. Yeah, this dirt's a little bit loose. I've been here messing around trying to bed traps all day. I can start bedding that trap. If you don't hook that in, that'll pop out sometimes. Start bedding my trap. I can pack dirt around the outside. This is where I was having my main issue when I was packing dirt here and here. It was kinking that up, and it was getting frustrating. Take a little more of my dirt here, pack around the outside. Not quite as much as on the line. I would do a lot more packing around here, but for time essence, it's actually pretty solid. Easy to do when I'm in topsoil, huh? So I got it packed in fairly solid. And like I said, even with underalls, and I will still have some underalls with me. I'm not putting all my eggs in this basket, but I am going to give these a good go. I would still get it all packed in, raise my loose jaw. I would slide my underall under here and then set my night latch. Same effect, but I don't have to slide my underall under there now. I can set my night latch, drop that back down, and if the camera's picking this up, this is sort of up in the air right now. It's a little springy right here. Make sure there's no dirt right here where it's going to interfere with it though. So just the weight of this dirt being sifted on top of this will push that down on top of that pan. I'll do a little bit at a time, hoping to get the effect, but sifted some dirt on top. Now if I can find my trowel, I'll uncover the pan here a little bit. without even packing any more dirt. That is right down tight to that pan right now. Good to go. There's no spring effect on that anymore. Now just a little wee bit of extra packing on there. I'm more than happy with that. There's no spring effect anymore here. Before I was getting like almost like you had like a trampoline or something going on here. I just know it would feel unnatural to a fox or a coyote stepping on it. So pretty solid all around here. It's way better this way. So like I said, I'm gonna be trying these out in the line. You'll get to see me doing that hopefully. And that's about it for today. Thanks for tuning in, and hope you have a great day, and see you on the trap line.